Welcome to this video where we're going to be exploring Ninh and, as you can see from the background behind me, Ha Long Bay, but you will see that slightly later on. This video is going to spend time in Ninh to start off with and then go on a slight tour around Ha Long Bay, so make sure you follow right the way to the end so that you can see what the room looks like and many more things. We're using Get Your Guide as part of the tour and then travelling around and going and seeing all sorts of different things, so I'll let you know how that goes as part of that journey. So step one is to get an electric car around Bai Lang to go up to see what is the biggest pagoda in Vietnam. The journey up to the Bai Dinh Pagoda is about 5 minutes, if that. When you get there, you are greeted by a beautiful view across a lake. Although you'd probably think it's a little bit older, the Bai Dinh Pagoda is actually very new, made by a company called Vinpearl, who have had lots of different contributions from a range of different private companies throughout Vietnam who have built the pagoda and the surrounding temples too. They also have plans to expand too. We spent around an hour here, if that, and then we had some food there too. From there, we had a scenic ride to Trang An Scenic Lakes. The boats were ridden by some older ladies. I was extremely impressed by their stamina and not really sure on what route we did, but the route we did do took us through a range of different caves and a range of different beautiful pagodas and lovely views too. We had a couple of other people with us at the same time, but this was great as they were able to take a range of different photos for us as we were on our journey. From there, we had a quick journey to Hang Moi, which is probably one of the most popular reasons to go to Ninh Binh. There is a huge climb. It was about 500 steps. It was pretty straightforward, though some of the steps were quite steep, and as you can see, the top area was crowded. The view, though, was absolutely worth it. Good morning, it is day 2. Slept really well last night. It was a decent little sleep. Hotel's been really decent. Last night we ended up doing some drinking games with rice wine, and then we also sang karaoke. A bit random, but it certainly made the night go quickly and enjoyable. So today we're going to be getting a bus down to Ha Long Bay, but it means it's going to be about 3.5 hours. So we've got that to go, but then from there I can't wait to go and see what the boat is like. One of the main problems that we had during our journey was the extremely cramped ride down to Ha Long Bay. Not great when you are paying such premium prices for the transport. Thankfully though, getting onto the ship was pretty straightforward, and you can see the journey up, although it was a little bit gloomy, added to the mysterious feeling. Okay, so it's time to get off the little boat onto the big boat. Lunch was a little bit of a free-for-all, but thankfully there was a good selection of food, so there wasn't any limitations on what you could eat. We have just arrived on the boat and we've just had lunch. Lunch was decent, and we are now going to check out the room. So here's a bit of a room tour. So this is the bedroom area. You kind of come in through this door. Got some fruit there. I'm not really sure if that's included. Little AC unit, which is highly appreciated because it's quite humid. Wardrobe and safe and bits and pieces, and then oh, look at that view is absolutely beautiful, with an absolutely brilliant little balcony area. Wasn't expecting that. From there, go through to the bathroom. Look at that is quite the view. And then go through, and we've got a shower as well. I'm actually really surprised by the size of this room. So all things good. That is the room tour. I think today we're going to do a few different things. I think we've got a bit of a kayaking thing organised. I'm not sure, I've brought no waterproof cameras, so I'm not going to be able to record that. And then just going to enjoy the day and hopefully film a few bits here and there. The first activity that we chose to do was the kayaking. You take a quick boat ride to the station where the kayaks are given out. The tranquil feeling that you get on the water was truly special, and having this as part of the package completely free although you do initially pay for it, of course, was something that was brilliant value. Back on the boat, we had a little bit of time to have a bit of a tour around the boat, looking at some of the decks. They had a cooking class on, we looked at the gym, and of course the spa before then eventually heading down to dinner. Food was served as a set menu style, which was far less chaotic. The pumpkin soup was fantastic, but my favourite was this bun char. They also did some karaoke. At the end of the night, we then went squid fishing, but unfortunately it wasn't the season. Good morning, it is day 2, and as you can see from the background behind me, we are moving. It was a very nice sleep. The bed that I showed you from the room tour is absolutely huge. Like, it is not a king bed, it is not a super king bed. We've got one of those in Dubai. I don't know what size it is. It would be big enough for Shaquille O'Neal for absolute certain. You could fit at least like 4 people. Sleep was decent, although we were woken up about 5 o'clock by the engine turning on. And this is the view. I mean, just look at how beautiful this is this morning, waking up to. So the plan is to enjoy some breakfast. We're not sure if we'll do the excursion or just enjoy our time on the boat, and then from there we're going to just see how things go. I think we leave the boat quite early, unfortunately. That's the only thing I would say about this tour, is that you don't get much time on the boat, so that's why we're trying to decide whether to do the excursion or not. But oh, what a place this is. It's now time for our brunch. Brunch is served at 9:45, which is early because we've got to be off the boat by 11. I think that is a little bit early. That would be my only kind of negative to this trip, is that things are a little bit early here. You don't get much time on the boat, hence why we spent the time not doing the excursion today. But then, on the whole, generally quite nice. The early morning breakfast had a range of coffees, teas and juices, but the later on one didn't, so they would ask you to pay for those. Just something to be aware of. Time to check out the pool. We decided to not go to the Tang Trough. Said that wrong probably again. We looked at Google reviews and some of them were saying, you know, like other caves in the world, bits and pieces like that. And for us, the opportunity to stay on the boat and enjoy this view rather than just go inside a cave was a bit of a no-brainer. So I'm gonna go and enjoy the pool. Sadly, we have come to the end of our Halong Bay and Ninh tour. I think Ninh was a fantastic area for us to kind of relax, although there were those 500 steps, and then this has just been a phenomenal location. The tour, as I mentioned at the start of the video, was arranged through Get Your Guide. I'll leave a link to those guys down in the description for you to go and check out. I would definitely give this a 4 out of 5. This tour has been brilliant. There's been a couple of little things, such as we had this random boatman here this morning, so we couldn't enjoy our time out on the balcony, and then of course the bus situation was quite a challenge too. But those are small trivial things, and I think overall it's been a brilliant experience. So yeah, definitely recommend it, and if you get the opportunity to go and do this, Get Your Guide has made it extremely easy. Follow for more, hope you subscribe, and I'll see you in a future video. Until then, I'm out.